Morning, Earthlings. How are you doing? I hope you all are well.
Wonderful,
Yes,
wonderful.
outstanding, outstanding. Well, we're talking about making money online with videos, but I'm gonna do it from a finance perspective instead of a business perspective. Jerome, you look good. You look good. Yes, yes. Who by chance checked out the conference Friday?
Woo!
Amen.
This is a good preamble to what we're doing. So let's get some feedback. But this, I want you, when we start talking about the conference, I want you to listen to what is said, because I'm going to transition from there to finance, because we're talking about strategically making money, increasing your finances from the thing I did Friday. So everybody following that. So the more you talk, I want you to write. Like, please know you should be writing the notes, because whatever you say is a real note. And then from right there, I'm gonna say, step one, do this. So you are we don't have an introduction today. What we have is you are going to teach what works, and then I'm going to give you the method of how it works. Yes. Outstanding. Outstanding. And I'm even going to give you some stuff.
Right, Stevie.
I
I saw you
may,
over there. Okay.
yeah, I may or may not drop a secret weapon on you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see. I haven't thought about it. We'll see. Grace, you first conference. Grace didn't know anything about the conference. I kept her out the dark.
Okay. Um, Several things I love about the conference. First, I love how you took questions through email. Hey, email me all your questions, and so we can answer them. And so I love how you didn't uh, when you put the question up, you didn't say who asked the question, because you wanted to keep their identity, anonymous or whatever, because whoever had the question, we all had the same question. And then I loved how even when you were answering that particular question, you knew some of us in the chat were gonna have questions inside of that question, and you was answering. You say, It's coming. Wait a minute, I'm answering it right here." So it was really good. I really love that aspect of how we can ask any type of question, and that we could participate in the chat and just have a great time, and how you were interacting with us as well, like you
Can we
always do.
break? We got to break that a lot. What you said, man. Who remembers interacting? Questions were anonymous. Oh man, you said a lot. I should have. Okay, interacting. Question was anonymous.
You answered questions within the question.
Answers question within the question, and brought the audience to the court. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Please put that down. Bring the audience on the court with you. That's how you create super fans. We're gonna come back to it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna come back to it. Good job, Grace. Good job. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the conference that was Friday. However, we're not talking about the conference. I do appreciate compliments, as I am an egotistical maniac, I can assure you. But that is not what we're doing here. What we're doing here, we have you teaching the first part, because I want to then transition from what you said. Right now, those are 4 notes that you now have that you need to incorporate that did not come from me. So these lessons are going to be more memorable because they're coming from you. And then you're going to say, man, I really understood it today. Why? Because in the same way that I brought you on the court during the conference is the same way I'm bringing you on the court right now. Who next? What did you, Frida, you posted 16 times about the conference. You and Arshia, 16 times about the conference in 3 days. And once I get Arshia next and she can talk.
Yeah, let's talk about when you took us to the part where you said, and this was in the early beginning, where you had us to do the deep breathing and had us to think about a defining moment. That got me straight off. I mean, at the very beginning, I was crying because I went to a place, oh my God, that I had never been to before. And I saw it. I saw it bright and clear as day, and how my soul rejoiced. Yeah, that defining moment.
Yeah. Grace think about the 5 moment, also put program exercises or something like that, right? Just exercises. I had you participating. You were doing exercises. Good. Yes, she actually sent me a picture at the 5 minutes within the conference with tears coming down her eyes. She sure did. Sure did. Yes.
Beautiful.
No, thank you.
It was beautiful.
Thank you. If you want to submit your question, I have all the questions that did not get answered, and they'll be answered on September 9th, which is the next one. But if you have your questions, you can actually do it here now. Instead of don't put it to email, and you just put it here. I just said put the link out there. And then, of course, here's the replay from whatever Friday. And then you can add it to your calendar right here. So there you go. Good. So we got it. I'll keep posting it out there. For those of you in audio, it's assemblyofwanderers.com/event/event. Let me start over. assemblyofwanderers.com/event. And then /ascensions-teachings. My words are just running all together today. There you go. What else? Renee, what did you catch?
One of the things that I caught was you mentioned about a defining moment, but then you said you probably were aiming too low, that we were aiming too low. So you kind of checked us a little bit that that our goals were maybe a little too low to go higher for our goals. So I was just like, okay, because he was probably like, well, it's something that you did that day, or just something very, very low, and to push ourselves to what we really wanted. So I really thought of a huge astronomical figure in my head, and I said $10,000. I was like, that's what I want. I actually kind of went probably lowballed even with that, but I said 10,000.
$10,000.
I was like, Lord, that's what I want right now. So that's what I want.
No, that's it. Everybody has their. Remember, what's huge to Jeff Bezos is a bit different. What's huge to you. Once as you keep winning, your definition of huge will change. And a winner is only a loser who tried one more time.
That's the truth right there.
We
have to challenge ourselves and not go too low. Go high. Go high. So that was my high moment. I was like, okay, because you was like, don't do that, do this. And I was like, okay. So forced me to have to think a lot higher. So I had to elevate myself in order to be on the teaching. So we had to ascend quickly in order to be able to catch everything that you were talking about, and also how we feel about ourselves, self-love. I'm saying the self-love that we have for ourselves goes into our business too. You didn't necessarily talk about business, but you did talk a lot about us as people, where we are business owners, entrepreneurs, but we are also people. It's going to be hard for us to ascend if we're not loving ourselves, because it's going to spill over. So I really, really like that. I just You talk to us and how we can get better as people. They'll go over into business. So it was very, very great, and it was very like, and it left me something kind of thinking like, okay, Renee, well, if you love yourself, then how does that look for your business? How does that really look? So that was
just
one of
told
the
somebody
things
that this morning. I just told a super smart person that this morning. You know, them super smart people, hard to talk to.
All right, sir. Come on and wordsmith all that Renee just said, because she was
I got you. Yes, yes. I got you.
So I did spaghetti junction.
Content that challenges you spiritually. Content at a higher level that makes you reach past yourself. And she said one more. I had it in my head. And then, and mirror work. Because she was absolutely talking about mirror work. Mirror work. There you go. Mirror work. If you're just joining us, the topic of finance today is making money through online content, making money through videos, making money. And I'm taking a finance perspective from it, not a business perspective, because this is a finance class. So I'm going to do it in the financial way. And we're using Friday's conference as a springboard, not to complement it. As you can see, every time y'all point out something, it becomes a new teaching point that I'm going to do financially and tell you each step how to do it. So you're actually setting the agenda of the financial class, because I am very slicker than snake oil. You know, I'm slick with it. In the Wild West, I was selling bullets with people's name on it. I'm sure I was, or maybe carrots for horses. I don't know what I was doing. Whatever I was doing, I'm sure it was slick. It was slick. I was selling fake gold. I don't know, 1849. I'm sure. I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, there you go. Good. And we're taking it and we're going to springboard forward. Right? Prophet Jerry, then I want Deanna to go next, because she was pointing out some stuff. Because after actions review let me explain that first. It's what we call in the Army. I know Tibbetts is doing them now. They call them something else on her contract thingy with Microsoft. And we call it AR in the Army, after actions review. Jerome know all about it. This was right after the event is over. You sit down for about 15 minutes and you get fresh feedback of how things went. Then you address them, 3 days later or something. You get these fresh feedback because it's fresh, and people are more willing to be honest. They got it on their mind. They can say, "Oh man, I wish I would have did this better," or you just take, you can say, "Hey, this, and this." And I did an after actions review with her right after the conference, and she said a few things, and I'm gonna see if she can still remember those things. Prophet Jerry, go forth.
Good morning, Bishop. How you doing?
I am swell, sir. Good morning. I've enjoyed all your live videos since the conference.
Amen. Ascension, that means go higher, right?
Yes, sir.
So in order to go higher, you got to die.
Yes, pretty much. That's facts.
You got to die from yourself. You got to die from your thoughts. You got to die from your old teachings, traditions.
Yes.
And go forth into what you want.
Yes. And a bird cannot fly with the lion's philosophy on it.
True. So true. So true.
Some of y'all can't fly because your mama philosophy is on you.
You stop it,
sir.
Okay? Stop it.
Just,
all right.
Just saying.
Listen.
Keep going, sir. Go ahead. No, go ahead, Grace. You got something to say right there.
Oh my God. Okay. I know that prosperity speaks one language. I was listening to a webinar this morning from a gentleman. I'm listening to TD Jakes this morning on YouTube, and then this guy comes. TD Jakes was talking. That's for another day. Yeah. But
him and Les Brown had you punching walls in the morning.
He was talking about how Zacchaeus was short, and then just talking about his height. But then he was talking about he was short in other ways too because of being a tax collector, and he wasn't accepted by his own people because he was being a tax collector for the Romans, and the Romans even didn't want him. But he was short in stature, but he was also short, his shortcomings. And he said, Zacchaeus ain't the only one. You and I, we short too. Anyway, that's not what I was talking about. During the commercial, it was a gentleman that came on and said, "Hey, you don't procrastinate just because you procrastinate. There's some reasons behind it. Click to show this webinar." So I clicked on it, looked at it this morning, and he said the exact same thing you just said. Hey, your beliefs that you have, them not your beliefs. There was somebody else's beliefs that was on you. Okay, they've got put on you. Yeah, so that's what I was. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Prophet Jerry, continue. What he said so far, Grace, is just some wisdom. Okay, just some wisdom. Keep going. You left off at we gotta die to fly.
Yeah, we have to die in order to fly and get to the point that it's so much you said, but get to the point that get our minds out of the gutter. And I'm not talking about sexually, but I mean by gutter as in I can't do it.
Yeah.
And Tony could do it because he's a billionaire. Grace can do it because she's a thousandaire or whatever. Yeah. These people can do it, but I can't do it. So we have to get all of that out and be careful what we speak. Mm-hmm. We know what the word says, the power of death is in the power of the tongue. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. So we have to be careful with what we speak, because when we speak things, it grows into a seed. Mm-hmm. And when it grows into that seed, there's a harvest coming, and you're wondering where this harvest coming from, but you forgot that you spoke 6 months ago a bad harvest. You spoke that harvest 6 months ago, but forgot all about it. But 6 months done came, and now you got that bad harvest, and you're wondering, I'm doing right. I'm paying my tithes and offering. I'm, giving to donations, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Where's the seed coming from? And then you have to really sit and think, what did I speak? For instance, my brother was going through something. Thursday he went through it, and then Friday he went through it, and he texted me and he said, I just must be having bad luck. And when I called him, the first thing I thought about was you, about correcting, but I had to correct him in this area. And I said, look, you got to be careful what you speak. And this wasn't coming from a saved Holy Ghost, Satarabohosi, Royabo, Todo Bataya. This is coming from what you have to be careful what you speak, because if you speak, I must have bad luck, that bad luck is coming on you.
And if he already was in a bad luck situation, he been planting bad luck. So he just repeating what he been planting.
And he was like, yeah, you're right, bro. I got to erase that out of my mind. Mm-hmm. So we just have to get to the point that I wish a lot of people could take that subconscious teaching that you did a couple of years ago. If a lot of people would take that, they would change their minds about a lot of their teachings.
It's coming back.
On their teachings, around their traditions, around everything. That's all. And then it was powerful about the even though I was already in the class, it wasn't Matthew, it was
the what if.
The what if.
The gospel part.
Yes. Let me tell you. Yes. And so many people don't know that. Mm-hmm. And they're stuck on what we just talked about. Traditions.
Yeah. I think that's a 27 episode. I know it's 4 seasons long. I know that. I was 4 seasons long.
That's what I noticed about the workshops, that everything is not live, like live. It is, you put it live, but it's the things that you've been working on and the things that you have already. And then you say, this is the conference. And then you say, okay, well, I got this here. And then it was like a coming soon type of thing. And then you showed a little bit of it so that you did not get the whole gist, but I want you to know that this is how it is when you do see it again. So that's what I was in. I had my notebook. I'm like, damn. I see what he's doing. I see exactly what he's doing. Like, so for us to be doing this right now, you're actually going back through my notes. But that was the thing that really stuck out to me, the what if, because I was like, damn, I was in all these classes. But I liked how you did it, because if you weren't there, you didn't feel like you missed it. But if you were there, you didn't feel like it was a repeat, because it was something new, but it was all flowing in there together. So it was like, as live as you say that you are, and you say, okay, I got a 2 or 3 hour conference, it's not all you right there live all of that time, because it's all of the stuff that you have archived that you can put together and then say, this goes into it. And then you can put a little commercial in it and say, this is coming soon. And then you say, sign up if you want for this. And that's what I saw. So I'm sorry, bro.
You killing it. You killing it.
I was like, okay, I see how this works. Like, everything is not right now today in live at 1 o'clock. It was like things that we have done that you would think that you really don't have any reason to come back to it, but that's why you record everything. That's why you have everything. That way, when you do go to put something together like that, you are putting worth in it, because it's not just fly by night on that time. It's all the stuff that we worked on. And let me shut up. But yeah.
Okay. You said so what?
That's what was going on in my brain. Like, oh, wow, I was there. I was there.
Yeah, you go do a super fly kick. That's what you just did. That's what you did. Well, watch out, sucker. You know what I'm talking about, the blaxploitation films, that super. Anyway, y'all don't know nothing about that. All right. Prophet Jerry said, be easy to follow, Grace, because he was able to repeat what was going on and speak at an even level. The two things Prophet Jerry said. Adrian tore the roof off with the platform heels with the sparklers on the side and the goldfish in the heel, with the bell bottoms. The mustard bell bottoms, what she had on. With the
Come on, I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Yes, I'm gonna get you, sucker. Yeah, that's what she just did. She's high quality post production. That's what she said. High quality post production, changing scenes. Here's what's coming soon. Keeping people engaged with the high quality and the teasers. And then most importantly, which I keep telling y'all, record everything. That's what she said. And Grace, I want one long list of this, okay? I want one long list of this before I get somebody else. I want to show you something. Xbox did a showcase yesterday. Since I'm in gaming, and I don't mean from the consumer end, since I'm building video games, I had to be there. They did a showcase on a Sunday, and it was worldwide. They did a showcase, and I want to show you something. Here is, well, not that one. We'll go to. That's the cloud. Here is Xbox. Watch how it begins. So did I share it right, Grace? No, hold on.
Yes, sir. We can see it.
Okay, I need to check these little boxes now. So right here, this is how it begins, and I'll share this link to you when it gets there. You see it 2 hours and 27 minutes. But if you come a little sooner, right, I think right here. Maybe right here. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, here we go. Bam. So they were live for 20 minutes and then started. Look. Countdown, right? 30-minute countdown. Okay. And then watch it. Come right there.
has it, something's off at the church. There's blood in the baptismal font and passion.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there if I get hit with copyright. However, I think you can see the same thing I did is the same thing Xbox did. Rewind, press play.
Wait, I got a question. In that live,
yes.
in that live moment, in that like 20, well, they had 29 minutes. You had a couple, you had like 6 to 7 in there.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? Like, is that just so that you can get the people to show up and then they sit there and wait? Because at first I thought I couldn't see it. I was like, wait, I don't see it. And then I realized, like, oh, I was looking at the clock. It just hadn't started to click yet. So is that,
I'm glad you said that.
How you start that? Like with a
no, I got you. Yes, you can. Look, let me show you. They would while this is going on, the chat is blowing up. Let me see if the chat be on the right hand side. Oh no, it's not now when I go full screen. I'm a biggerize this. Look over here. It's coming. Over here is the chat just going off. Can y'all see it?
Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing going on right now. Chat going off. They talking.
Is that the last video you showed before at the end?
This is no. This is Xbox and Bethesda. I'm a huge Bethesda fan. It just got bought by Xbox because my favorite games are made by Bethesda. All my favorite games are made by Bethesda and Rockstar, but Rockstar didn't sell. Right here doing the chat. This thing is blowing up. Y'all can you can see it right here. They just blowing up. It's this idea of this community. What you're doing is you're bringing everybody. You're going live, and what you're also saying is, okay, if you got something to do, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. But in 3 minutes, you might want to be back here. And then in addition to that, and I'll show you what happens here is you're looking at the showcase.
Everyone, fight each other!
Okay. Well, now.
Y'all can see the chat going off.
Now I can.
I tell you, October 2022, and then watch the ATS stuff. And then Deanna wants you to say something real quick.
Welcome to the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase. Today, we're doing something we've never done before. For the first time,
and then they went to the app. They went to the information. They're just starting.
First time talking is 59 minutes in.
Right. They're just now talking. So before all of that, they showed you what's coming out next, like what's coming out soon. And then they're like, okay, now we can start talking to you. Got your attention. We've got you pulled in. We got you excited. Now let's sit down and talk.
Okay, so basically what y'all did Friday. Okay, I got it.
See, and I didn't know that. Well, but yes, this is 2 days after me. But I want you to see something. What I've been doing, Frida, and see, Adrian caught all this. That's what I told her. That's why she did the Superfly kick. You know, she was like, "Watch out, suckers!" You know, let me do my comments now. Watch out. You know what I'm saying? The martial. Y'all need to watch blaxploitation films.
I love
more often. Yes. Anyway. What I've been doing is I've been studying the Apple conferences, and I've been I'm sorry, Grace. Can you compile me one big list? So if you're going to say, so Jerome's going to say, well, Antonio, how do I do a video conference?
Did you want in the chat, sir?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Because it's their notes. Everything that was said. If you want to make money from a conference, video, webinar, or something, whatever that may be, y'all just said it. You the ones that, okay, Jerome gets it. You just wrote it. You just wrote it. I'm going to teach you how to do what you just wrote, but you wrote it.
You real slick.
I am. So right now, class is over. So should you just want you to listen, get out of here, you're more than welcome. However, if you want to know how to speed you up, then go for it. And there was one person I saw all weekend that said, you know what? He not finna pass me up like that. And it was Arshia. I don't know how many times y'all seen Arshia go live this weekend. Arshia was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not there. Hey, everybody, Spontaneous Queen here. And she went like 4 or 5 times. She was just going in. She was going in, like, didn't matter. She did the high production and all the stuff like that. Let me explain a few things. I've been watching all these big conferences, and you can see it. You can actually see it in Mexit, and you can see it before. And what I've been doing is making sure I was making a direct, public, and conscious choice. We're going to be Apple, or we're going to be Leroy. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. You get to decide. But you decide, okay, go ahead, Deanna. You decide right now, are you going to become Apple or Xbox or Stripe or whatever that may be? Is that what you gonna do, Arshia? Or Leroy, Bobby and them, Nuck, and Priscilla? You know what I'm saying? It's up to you. When Priscilla do a conference, she on Zoom, and she said, hey, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Yes, I'm so happy. Yes. When Apple do a conference, it don't look like that. Okay, let me try it again. When Bobby and them do a conference, Jerome, Bobby do a conference. You know, Bobby Temple, you know, down the street with the red hair, fixing lawnmowers in the yard. You know what I'm talking about. You know which one. You know which one I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Bobby do the conference. You go ahead, and they do it, and they go live, and they do a good job. And everybody says, good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. When Apple do a conference, it took a year to produce. I'm gonna show y'all again. I'm gonna show you again. So you saw Xbox. Here's the link for that. Beautiful. Oh, and they taught me something. I'm gonna show you real quick. They taught me something. I said to myself, you know what? I'm extremely competitive. Adonia knows it. I mean, I'm stupid competitive for no reason. Just compete. Like I don't really compete with people, Jerome. I just feel like ain't nobody smarter than nobody. So if you do something smart, and I didn't think of it, I say to myself, you got me messed up. You're not smarter than me. And I just get real, it's real. And the whole time they had it going on, the whole time their conference was going on, they had a sign language interpreter. I said to myself, you just watch. You just watch. I'm not joking. I said about you just watch what I do. Y'all got a sign language interpreter, me too.
You sound like Bruno Mars. You know, watch.
That's it. That's it. Y'all got a sign language interpreter, me too. And I said to myself yesterday, I was watching it. I said, you know what? It's time for me to go get a sign language interpreter. I started looking for one on a Sunday. You just so when you see a sign language interpreter, don't think I'm trying to make sure the hearing impaired can hear it. Nope, that ain't it. They had me messed up, is what it is. The second reason is I want the hearing impaired to hear it. And we get to the Jesus reason second. That first reason is a bit of Paul. I'm in jail talking about this, what we not gonna do. Y'all just accidentally turned them into scriptures. It's what Paul did. Okay. I want to show you another conference, Arshia. I believe you're going to love this. I go to all these conferences, all of them. And anyway, I go to all these conferences. And I want to show you another one because I was telling, did y'all see how Deanna was cut in there? Did y'all see that? Did you, yeah, you see how the whole.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling them how now you have to have access to this. So this isn't really public. You have to have Stripe, and then you have to register for the conference. And Stripe is my main merchant. So here you have Stripe. Here's the keynote, 52 minutes, and here are all the breakout talks. Whereas, okay, now that she had to go make a run. And I just said to myself, Adrian's gonna appreciate this. And I told her on the next one, I want to have breakout sessions. Okay, I'm missing it. And I'm gonna show you. Just in case. I'm real slick with it, Jerome. Real slick. Should everything go the way it go? If you look, this last conference was from 10 to 12:30, 10:30 to 12:30. I got this one 10:30 to 1:30 on September 9th. 10:30 to 1:30 on September 9th. So I stretched it to just 3 hours. And it's free, high production, high everything. Why? Because I'm making room for those breakout sessions, Jerome.
Antonio,
that's awesome.
I found you in a breakout session. Hello.
Come on, man. Boy,
you better watch it, roll.
Said something, Jerome. You just said something. But here it is. Here's the keynote. And then look, breakout sessions. And I promise y'all, so WandaCon is, I don't remember the date. It's 5 days. Gracie, you remember the date?
I will be looking it up. Hold on, because I know I wrote it down. But,
yeah. Just so y'all see, hold on, I'm gonna try to do it real quick. It's December 12th through 16th.
Gotcha. Okay.
December 12th through 16th. I'm gonna do this real quick, and I don't want y'all to see it. Hold on. Gosh darn it. I'm gonna share my notes real quick, Jerome. Look, WandaCon, day 1 through 5, and look at all this. Thank you so much. It's already done. That's December 12th through the 16th. Did y'all see that? Had day 1 through day 5, and then there was a bunch of writing our share, and it said day 2, a bunch of writing. Day 3, a bunch of writing. Day 4, a bunch of writing. There would be no shooting from the hip. It would be exactly like Adrian said, high quality post-production. Everybody follow me? And the reason being is because the goal is to make money, not short-term money, long-term money, not focus on the long term. There's nothing you can do in the short term that can actually help me because it costs too much to do the conference. It costs way too much to do the conference. What you saw, that one free conference Friday was at least $2,500. It costs too much just to do it when it's high quality post-production and all that stuff. It costs way too much. But that's not the point. The point is, what am I building? Am I building a company that makes Adonia tell her grown daughter, come check this out, that has Damali saying, kids, when you're off for summer, come over here. What am I building? Am I building Bobby Company? Ain't nothing wrong with Bobby Company. The only problem wrong with Bobby Company is Bobby competing. Xbox is not. Leroy is competing. Apple is not. You get to choose. And I have no intentions on choosing competition. If I don't think anybody is smarter than anybody, that's the light side. Then same coin, other than the spectrum, dark side. I don't think anybody should be competing with me too. Then it's both ends. It's both ends. If Susan is extremely empathetic, it means if she ever gets mad, Lord forbid, she's also extremely not empathetic. You know, yin and yang. You don't think so? You piss an empath off and see. You see how long it take them to come back. About 5 days. There you go. About 5 days. Yin and yang. None of you all should be competing. You have a full list here. How do I build a conference? It's right there. Interacting. This is going to be in the notes too. Questions were anonymous. And a whole bunch of stuff. I don't even want to list them out yet. So here's what, and I'm already doing this. I had told Deanna this weekend, I wanted to start shooting September 9th, Saturday, the day after the conference. I didn't, only because Saturday I went and got my tooth pulled, and Lord, did I not understand the drama and pain that comes behind getting your tooth pulled.
My goodness. Okay, listen.
We just gonna say there was no recording Saturday.
Did you lose your religion, brother?
Well, I didn't lose the religion, but I lost my health. You understand? I lost my health.
Sleep through it. Sure. Sleep through it.
And then it's too hot in Texas to be in pain, especially mouth pain. I had a lot of stuff going on. So we did not record Saturday, to say the least, Jerome. We did not do that. We did not do that. Here's the deal. Here's these breakout sessions. And please know, WandaCon has breakout sessions and all sorts of stuff. But I want to, let me show y'all this. I was so impressed by this. And I said to myself, we're going to have to do this. Here it is. Here's the keynote. Beautiful. See, nice little introduction. I'll just let that play out.
Hello and welcome to Stripe Sessions.
That's all I'm gonna let you see right now. That's all I'm gonna let you see. Now, this is another free conference. Okay? This is another free conference. WonderCon, 5 days. 5 days. Y'all ready? December 12th to 16th. 5 days. Free.
Watch yourself, Reverend.
5 days, December 12th through 16th.
Wow.
Free.
Yes.
You will have to register because I have a new plan. I learned something. This weekend that I did not like. And let's see, Sugar's online. Good morning. A year ago, I never would have stayed tuned to an Xbox commercial. This all came together while watching Friday replay to right now. Oh, how we change. Does this type of marketing have a name? Did she say Superfly King? Yes, it has a name, high quality marketing. So it's high quality marketing. It's the things that take you a long time. Y'all should really receive this because it took me a long time to receive this. The promotion, the content, let's keep it in content. The content that takes a very long time, and the content that is extremely tedious, and it even takes you a long time to actually pull off, always converts at the highest level and the highest rate. The content that takes the longest time to produce has the highest conversion rate. And you just have to accept that. And believe me, Antonio the knucklehead, who is still present, I'm a die-beard knucklehead. There's no doubt about it. I have no intentions on changing the knucklehead this about me. I'm not even sure I could be a pioneer teacher, or forget the teacher, a pioneer feel it, Susan, if I wasn't a knucklehead. I'm not sure. But I have no intentions on changing this about me. The guy gonna be like, change. Nah, you made me this way. You don't make mistakes. I can't do it. You know, look at that. I'm just not gonna do it. The knucklehead who is still here still says, no, I can do whatever I want. It's gonna convert regardless. Put it out there, put it out there fast. True. But the more time that you spend on something, and I don't mean with that low self-esteem, y'all perfectionists, y'all have low self-esteem. Admit that to yourselves. You'll go through this much faster. So I'm not talking about the perfectionist stuff. I'm talking about the more you put the light on something. Uh-oh, you see what I just did? The more you put the light on something, and the more you say, I give this away without without expecting you to do something. I just give it away, the more you can expect good things to happen to you. I did something very major there. And I'm doing one more time and then we'll move on. The more you serve people without manipulation, the more you can expect your manifestations.
Now, wait a minute.
One more time. Wait, one more time. Say that one more time.
Yeah. The more you serve people without manipulation, is the more you can expect your manifestations. Okay. Go ahead, Adrian.
So, but isn't the reason why you're putting it out there, anything or saying it, or like the pre-registrations and stuff, because you need their name and their information?
Yes, and that makes total sense. No, I absolutely need it so I can follow up with you. So there is an element, and you're absolutely right. You're wise to notice that there's an element in which I can't abandon sales tactics because I live on planet Earth. And if I can't follow up with you, then, and if I'm not emailing you, I don't have a business. So there's an element of don't just trust God for greatness, also work on your craft for greatness. It's a both and there. I'm not leaning to my own understanding, but I am being a good steward of the company. It's both and. The company needs customers, and you can either give me the $1,997 you should have paid, or you can register for free.
You know what? This is not there, but you keep saying both and, both and, both and.
Yep.
I just want you to know that last week when you said both and, I kind of looked at myself. I don't know if anyone watched the new show that was out last year or this last season about the new song of like the songs in the States were doing the challenges with Snoop Dogg and Kelly Clarkson or whatever her name is. There was a song by, his name is I think Josh Allen or something, but it was called A Little Bit of Both. Every time you say both and, it just reminds me of A Little Bit of Both. So when y'all get a chance, y'all can look. His name's Alan Stone. If y'all can look for Alan Stone, it is called A Little Bit of Both. And I didn't know this at the time, but his parents are gospel preachers. So it is really got the light all in the song. But every time you say that, and you're like both and, I'm like, maybe it's a little bit of both. So
it is. It is.
It's a little bit of both at the same time. Both.
Yes. Yes. I was on the phone this morning with a friend, and she's just so she's got 140 IQ, and then she's so esoteric. I mean, completely, and deserves to be, Jerome. Deserves to be. She is a celebrity in her own right. And we always clash. Well, she clash, I don't clash. On the same thing. And we was talking about this morning. She was talking about, you know, her expectations. And I was telling her this morning, like I always do, you don't need to change expectations, because she's fasting now for clarity on her expectations. And she's absolutely perfect. And I said, I feel you. You certainly don't have to change. But I can assure you, your problem with your expectations is you just won't receive that the universe is not going to give you everything you want at the same time. You can have everything you want. You just can't have it at the same time. And that's where we disagree right there. She's like, I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. And she's not being arrogant in this disagreeing. She's taking out this both and. She's not being arrogant. What she's doing is believing in source so much that source does not have to follow the rules of the universe. And this is where we go wrong. She has this wonderful saying, and I learned so much from her because she believes in fate. I don't. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And she thinks grass can grow in the clouds, is what she'll say. Which is dumb to me, fantastic though. Because what it does is it makes me stop being so logical and catch this energy of her so unicorny, right? She got this unicornness about her. But her problem is she's got too much of the unicorn. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want to respect that even if she go plant seeds in her own garden, in which she has one, all those apricots and oranges don't ripe at the same time. I'm trying to help you out, okay? I'm trying to help you.
Those types of people keep you grounded. When you think all is great, they are the people that will keep you grounded. You thank God for people that can see unicorns and shit.
No doubt, because she keeps me grounded by lifting me off it. Because I want to stay on the ground. Nope. This is how it works. Stuff like that. With my intelligence, and then with her intelligence, she never touches the ground. She's always in the spiritual world. And I tell her all the time, both and. You cannot love spirits more than you love people. I tell her this all the time. I say your relationship with source cannot be better than your relationship with people. I tell her all the time. She said, I still don't understand that saying. Yeah, the grass can grow in the clouds. There you go. Right? She's saying, I don't care if I want it, I can get it. And it's true. It is true. I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm saying when your entire essence is allow me to believe, ask, believe, and receive, but never work on your craft, you're going to run into a problem of this both and. You can't be all spiritual. Because, if I can explain it to y'all this way, I will. I don't know if you're going to catch it, but I'll do it anyway. The Matrix, Neo, God of the Matrix. And now Trinity, I'm not going to ruin that for y'all. Neo, God of the Matrix. Can do anything in the Matrix, Jerome. The problem is, unplugged, Frida, Neo's a peasant. There's no blessings outside the Matrix. There are only blessings in the Matrix. So y'all can unplug all you want to and sup with God. Oh, God, thank you. Come to you now, knee bend, body bow. You can do it all you want. But when you finish praying, Jerome, you got to plug back here. And blessings don't come in your prayers. They come through your prayers, but not in it. You've never been praying and opened your eyes and things change. Through, not in. You have to account for, yes, Antonio's gonna give away all this for free, but you still in it for money. Yeah. Somewhere down there. But the exchange is serve you, and eventually someone will come back and say, hey, I'm the one leopard that said thank you. And you do that enough, then it works. You say, that's stupid. But it's been said over and over. It's been, pick a school of thought. It's been said. You want to make a ton of money, help other people make money. But whichever school of thought you want. It could be religious, it could be Hebrew Israelites to Wicca. It don't matter. They're all saying the same thing in this case. Serve and harm none. That's one of the three of Wicca. Harm none. And it harmed none. Anyway, I won't bother you. Nevertheless, so when it comes to this, making money online with content, you have an option, Prophet Jerry. You can look like Leroy, or you can look like Apple. And neither one of these are the wrong answers. So someone's gonna say, I want to look like Apple, but why? You don't have to. And this is very important. You know who made, there's two people who made put it up my cell phone like this close and doing a 1-minute video, low quality, and just rocking it out. Can someone guess to me who does it the best? And by best, I mean the best, because the Harvest says so. Who is the #1 social media followed person alive?
Gary V?
No. But I appreciate you. I like Gary.
One
of them. Nope. Somebody Google it.
Dancing grandma.
Fair enough.
Is it a Kardashian?
No, not a Kardashian. Not a Kardashian. There's only one person who is the most followed. We got this soccer players that's way more followed than everybody else. Y'all just don't pay attention to soccer. There's only one person. This is important.
Elon Musk?
No.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, used to be, unless it just changed. Used to be. How many followers does Cristiano Ronaldo have?
440.41 million followers.
There you go. All right, so it's him. And look, The Rock, 321 million. And look, that's not high quality. That's not high quality. That's not high quality. That's not high quality. There's nothing that The Rock do. You get what I'm saying? Well, he'll show you behind the scenes stuff, so all this be high quality. But look at this. It's just him doing this thing. And then what he'll do, he do it all the time. He'll do it. Let me get it. I think I X too many. I don't know. What he'll do, I'll get out of this. There we go. He'll do right here. Perfect example.
You can feel it in the air. That sun is going down on this Saturday, and I got them on. The brand new PR5s, prototypes, not on the market.
Oh yeah, that's dope. Okay, all right. You can barely hear. Right. You don't have to be Apple. You can certainly pick up your phone. But whatever you do, you got to make sure you're not in competition with nobody.
I need you to know that the world is going to hell, because if he is the most followed, what did he say? Know your role and shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, I used to have a sign on my classroom door when he first came out. It was know your role and shut your mouth.
Yeah.
But for him to be number one, that's crazy.
He's actually super kind too. He does he always interacts with fans. He's like very approachable. That's just how he made it for sure. But he's super approachable. What I'm attempting to tell y'all is pick one. But when you do it, you overdo it. And you do it with these elements. Read all them elements out loud. Repost them again, Grace. Now, Deanna, you read them out loud for me. When you do them, you're going to do them with these elements because these elements work. Obviously, they work because you said it. Go ahead.
Interacting. Questions were anonymous. Answered questions within the question being answered. Bring the audience on the court with you. Think about a defining moment. Program exercises. Content that challenges you spiritually. Content at a higher level that makes you reach past yourself. Mirror work. Be easy to follow. Speak at an even level. High quality post-production. Changing scenes. Here's what's coming soon. Keeping people engaged with the high quality in teasers. Record everything.
All right, good stuff. I'm gonna do a few things real quick, and then I'm gonna put out this link real quick, and I want Phil to tell y'all what's happening tonight. If you have questions for the next one, September 9th, you can put them right there in the chat. It's right there in the chat, and you can put them on the thing, and I also put them on YouTube as well. So you can do that. Phil, tell us what we're doing tonight.
Well, we're doing wins and challenges, and that's pretty much been taking up the whole hour because we've been having some great wins from our people and then the challenges. And so it's really been a pebble in the pond kind of an effect where the one person says something and then it just rings out to a bunch of other people. And then we got our last two things on gratitude because we believe that when you create the spirit of gratitude, you hit at a vibrational level that then you can't be a victim.
I know. Fair enough. That's for sure. Good. But we definitely want to be in tune with that. Let's invite someone. And anytime someone has a discussion on gratitude, you may want to be over there. God hangs out where gratitude is.
So you know what, Antonio?
Yes, sir.
You're absolutely correct. It'd be nice if the whole, population, humanity would just listen to that.
For real it would be. It really would be. Now I have a secret weapon I've been wanting to do, and I was looking yesterday. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like online. The whole conference was recorded in 4K. In this case, we use StreamYard to push it forward because StreamYard typically records at a higher quality than Zoom when you push it out. We could have used Zoom. Could have used StreamYard. Either way, I decided to go with StreamYard. And I still didn't like how it went. And I'll show you. No, it's not gonna. Anyway. So it was 4K. I still didn't like how it went. This is what it looks like online. It dropped down to 1080 or 720. And I'm sure I had it set that way. But the highest it can go on StreamYard is 1080. The highest it even goes on Zoom would be 1080. So I was thinking to myself, man, I have to get to where
today that is focused on decisions and not disciples.
So 720 is the highest one.
You see that?
Also, of course, I would have had it set that way, and then it would have went down to it couldn't go up to 4K, but I'm shooting in 4K. I'm shooting in 4K, 24 frames per second. So I'm shooting in cinema mode. When you go to the movies, you're looking at it in 4K, 24 frames per second. So I want to stream in 4K, 24 frames per second. Antonio says, Well, y'all say, well, Antonio, tell me how. Because, if you don't like it, then no, we ain't going to like it. I'm glad you asked. Because I found a solution instead of building one. I don't feel like building one. There is your website right there. You are absolutely welcome. Here is Riverside.
Oh yeah, I have that, Antonio, for the podcast.
For the podcast. Here's Riverside.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg and Gary Vee recorded on Riverside for their stuff. Because the plan that I have is this one. You can start for free, unlimited recording, editing, but up to 720. But this is what I want right here. That's it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's the best one to have.
Exactly. Right here is what I want. Up to 4K. So when I push it out, it's fine. Now, if the other option is pretty simple. The other option is I only have it, and I don't know. I'm kind of back and forth with one account. I know you got to register, but I can have it on Assembly of Wanderers site and just locked in to where if you're not registered, you can't even see it.
Hey, that Riverside, is it just for the eyes and the Macs, or is that for everybody?
That's for everybody.
Remember, I was having a thing about editing and stuff, so Riverside is probably where we need to go. Okay.
Yep, probably so. And it's for everybody, and it's the same price as Zoom. If not, I pay $75 a month for Zoom, so I have a different package. And that's $29 a month if you do monthly. So there you go. Let me wrap up a few more things. Finances. We've been talking about finances the entire time, and I got to thinking about y'all and y'all response to the thingy. If you're having serious trouble with your life, and I told you this already, what is it? Scared straight something. It's a big old long name. Scared, confused, excited. Let me explain this here real quick because I want y'all to. This isn't for everybody. And for this call, I brought down the price. So it's actually all good news, but here's the website, Scared, Doubtful, Excited, the Mixed Emotions Leadership Class. Change the name. Here we have it. Can you relate? Boom. Right. All this stuff. Or just all this stuff. It doesn't matter. Let me explain the class to you. 40 weeks with me. Only people who survive 40 weeks with me. Vidonia and Diana Grace. It's difficult. But I can assure you that if you do, you will never be the same. And I'm sure you. So if you're somebody that if you keep saying, man, I would love to do this, but, or I would love to do this, but, and if it's always a but, I want you to come down and I want you to go higher with me. And this is what I did. Instead of remember, I know I used to charge $4,500 for it. It's $250 one time for y'all. They didn't hear me because I know you. I didn't have to. Shit. I could have did whatever I wanted to do. Here it is. Right here. There it is. Where it's coming up. $250 one time. And if you're someone right here, $250 one time. $250 one time for 40 weeks. That's, I think, Thursday, I told y'all $100 a month. You ain't got to do that. People outside got to do that. You don't have to do that. Pay close attention. I hope this works out for you. Pay very close attention. If you're always tired of having that but going on, but this, but that, I want this, I want that, but I can't. Now, what I want you to do is, I want you to consider you don't know the ways of life. In the previous 7 years that I've taught this, we've had 10 books. And you had to go buy your books. No. Well, that's how it was at first. But then when you paid, the books were bought for you. No books this year. No books. Starts June 23rd, so you're already running out of time. No books. 10 weeks, 10 topics, 4 weeks per topic. You follow me so far? Jerome is already in, no worries. Stradivari is already in, no worries. Madonia is already in, no worries. Because I'm managing their careers. They ain't got no choice. Do you hear me? They ain't got no choice. I don't have to mention Phil and Susan. They in everything. No, I don't have to mention them.
But you know what, Antonio, that price is
yes, sir.
A good price, because, you know, like I had the discussion with Deanna about, I know she said I messed her up when talking about the slab of ribs and stuff like that. I don't know if she mentioned it to you, but even if you take $250 and 40 weeks and you divide it, that's $6.25 a week. We blow that money off every week. So it just makes more sense just to go ahead and sign up for it, because you're blowing $6.25 every week.
Yes, absolutely. And this is how this class works. You go through. Well, I'm gonna tell you how it works. I'm only talking about this now. You got to go through all year one. Well, for you, it's year one. It's year 8 for me. It's year 8 for me. Year 1 for you. And then I will choose, and you won't have to. You won't have to pay the second year. I will choose those of you who will come back a second year. When you come back a second year, you're going to come back in what I call a mentor role. The greatest thing I do, or the greatest thing we put together, is this class. It used to be called the Integrity Leadership class. And hear me very well. Somebody asked me the other day, Antonio, so how did you build your team? How did you get Grace and Deanna? Let me tell y'all, it was hell. I had them 5 years before we ever went public. I'm not.
Oh
I'm not
my
joking.
God. Yes, you did.
Yes. Yes. I had them 5 years. I made them go through 5 years of this leadership class. I've changed it now, though. I changed the curriculum because I want them to pay attention. I went 5 years in silence, slowing us down just to work on their character. And please, for the love of God, some of you should already be hitting up Grace, because you are the reason I'm doing it. You are the absolute reason I'm doing it. And I'm going to give you hints. If you call, and if we had a conversation with you and you said, man, I can't afford it, or well, what can I do? What can I get for $100 a month? You know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are. And if you, sir, if you, man, are not doing this, then shame on you, because you're the reason you can't go to the next level. Y'all are so focused on breaking chains when you're not even processing. Once you've broken those chains and them strongholds, you're still 17 generations behind.
Watch it.
And I'm not even talking black, white. I'm just saying that you've been down and disgusted and distraught for 40 years. Breaking chains ain't getting you back them 40 years. You need to understand the ways of life so your next 3 years accelerate like them 40. I'm saying something. That's all I can do. All I can do is help. 250, go to Grace. I want everybody to go to Grace this time. I'm going to leave Frida out of this. Okay, I'm gonna go to Grace. There's a reason why, Frida. I have a assignment for her. It's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing. Go to Grace. Go to Grace. It's a spiritual thing. She has to do penance. Has to do penance. And look, I'm blessed y'all because someone's gonna say, well, Antonio, I don't have it. Guess what? Good. Because you can still get into class June 23rd with your word of payment. Jerome, I can't make it more nice. I really can't. I really can't. I really can't. This is not a sales tactic. There's no fear of missing out. Like you're not going through no funnel. Like it just done, right? I just told you it costs, but if you ain't got it, get it there anyway. And we get it now. If they hear me, I don't think they hear me free. I don't think they hear me.
I hope they heard you.
And you can make payments. Now, I'm not going to let you make payments if you can afford it because you don't belong in the class. What's going to happen is you're going to kill your blessings. This is a world of manifestation, not manipulation. And if you try to come with that confusing manipulation, I will dismiss you. Do you hear me? $250 one time. If you're down and out, if you say I only got $100 a month, all right, then I guess you got 3 months of payments in, don't you? If you say, Antonio, I promise you, I'm going to give it to you on, let's say, June 23rd. So I'm going to give it to you on July 1st when I get paid. Okay. And if you don't give it to me on July 1st, you still okay. We're going to say that something happened. You know what? It did happen. No problem. When can you give it? You know, if you just give me to the 15th, that's no problem, Antonio. 15. This is so easy.
You is blessing. You is blessing. Okay. I'm gonna just tell you right now, because the light company don't be like, okay. No, the light company like that.
I promise you there's a cutoff date. I'm telling you right now, the first 4 weeks of class still accepting students. After that, on that 5th week, there's no more enrollment. This is my 8th year. I got this down. The last people I took off last year and a half. The last Ashley, Shaquita, remember forgetting I should have named names. There's 4 people that I did it for. They either doing TED Talks with large foundations now. All 4 people had 0. Let me tell you. Ashley, full-time student, her and her husband got $1 million net worth now. This ain't no regular class. This ain't no regular class. It's not a regular class. It's tough. There's one catch. There's one catch. Like somebody would say, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. There's one catch. You have to maintain a 98% attendance rate. That's the catch. That's the catch. 98% attendance rate. And that's good because God been with you 100% of your life. But it's time for you to give God back that same energy. 98% attendance rate. Class is Thursday, 6:30 Central Standard Time, because I was thinking about Adonia, and that's like 4:30, her California time, to 8:30 Central Standard Time. Because I was thinking about Susan, and ain't nobody got time to be up all night. I was trying to, I was thinking, it's a hard working these times out sometimes. It is extremely private. Everything will be recorded. However, there is no recorded so you can watch replays, but it's not something that goes out. We've had confessions of I almost killed my husband last night. And that video just up and missing. I don't know what happened to it. Phil, I let person keep talking. And then as soon as that video was over, somebody accidentally deleted the video forever. It's a safe place.
Not accidentally.
Well, that was the point. The instructions was go ahead and delete that video. Go ahead and delete that confession of a felony right now. Go ahead. It is a super safe place. It's meant for. It has the standard is high, but it has nothing to do with the standard. It has everything to do with. Okay, Sugar say she registered. Good. It has everything to do with transformation, and you can't be transformed, not real. And if I don't create an environment where you can be real and say, I'm stood over my wife's head and I had a pillow on her face, then I don't have the proper environment for you. You understand what I'm saying? No, we gotta work it out. Don't do that though. Nobody has ever said that. I used a totally movie example, but don't do that, please. But if you do, that video will mysteriously disappear. It mysteriously disappeared. People ask about time. Any testimonial videos? No, we have no testimonial videos. No, this is Alcohol Anonymous, Sexaholic Anonymous. There's no testimonial videos. No. We're not doing it. Whatever. This class is for you if you are tired of where you are. Now I'm being serious. It's 40 weeks. And you're going to hear me say this. There's only 2 rules. And I've heard these things before because I've taken them out of that class to put them here. There's only 2 rules. What's rule number 1, Grace?
Stay in the plane.
Stay in the plane. 40 weeks, you try to jump out our shit, your ass gonna die. Turbulence is gonna kill you. And let me tell you something. There will be turbulence. You will not like me. You will not like you. you
I don't like
not.
you now.
I know. You're not gonna like me in this setting. You're not gonna like me, but I promise you, by the time you're finished, you will be friends forever. Deanna, what's rule number 2?
No one suffers alone.
No one suffers alone. See, we've been doing this. You see how long we've been doing this? Those are the only 2 rules. Stay in the plane. No one suffers alone. Stay in the plane. No one suffers alone. Starts June 23rd. If you do not have the money, congratulations. God said it starts June 23rd. If you need to make payments, congratulations. God said it starts June 23rd. If you need to get in but can't make your first payment until July, congratulations. God says starts June 23rd. If you have any excuse whatsoever, congratulations. God says starts June 23rd. So it doesn't matter what you're saying. Class starts June 23rd. And there are no reasons for you to have any excuses. 98% attendance rate. And I can assure you, I kick people out of class often.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
I promise you. I promise you. And then where is what's her name? And Jerome will actually be like, I don't even know what you're talking about, Jerome. I just don't, because the environment must be protected. It is the highest thing that we do. It is so exhausting, but it's worth it because lives are really changed. You got 10 months, 10 topics. Last 7 years, it was always books. I'm not doing that this year because I need Deanna and Grace specifically to pay attention. So I'm not doing that this year. I switched the curriculum and I haven't told nobody.
It doesn't sound like that.
Okay, you don't know what's like that.
I still need y'all to pay attention specifically.
You know, every time we say you don't know us, that means you do know us. Don't keep going.
I know. I need y'all to pay attention. They'll be like, oh no, oh yeah, I remember. Nope. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna assign you a video to watch, and you're gonna watch that. I've adjusted throughout the years. I've adjusted. You're gonna watch that video. And the crazy thing is, right now is all my teachings. But maybe I'll change that. We'll see. Whichever one works the best. Go ahead, Phil.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, Phil, Grace, and Prophet Jerry.
Yeah. How have you gotten through The Greatest Story Never Told?
I'm halfway through.
Do you feel good enough that you could mention it tonight on the call? Just tell us what your impressions is so far.
Oh yeah, I got you for sure. Yeah, I'm reading it slowly because I have to.
Oh yeah,
it's not. Yes, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, sure. I got you for sure.
So we got that to look forward to.
Yes, sir. I'll be there ready.
By the way, people are on the call. What that is it's the merge of astrology, psychology, and theology rolled into one, and explaining how all three interact with each other.
Yep, it's fantastic.
The title again, Phil?
The Greatest Story Ever Told.
Never told.
Never told. Thank you.
The Greatest Story Never Told by Ron Watson, who's a very close person. I read the book 50 years ago. I ran into Ron when he first got out of prison. He was in prison for a number of years, and he acquired the knowledge and the research and the study that he created this book. It was 50 years ago. Him and I ran into each other, and he's just a good personal friend. And I'm rereading the book again, and it's blowing my mind. So
I'm so glad you said that, Phil. So glad you said that, because I had my dad and the inmates in Darity Unit go through this class years 4 and 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, I sure did. I sure did. Yep. Yes, ma'am.
More on Ron. He's well known in that field with people. He had I believe a radio show in California for many, many years. And he teaches classes here in Florida. It's kind of a coincidence that we moved to Florida kind of the same times. So that's just a bit more about him.
We'll give you a quick story about him. Mm-hmm. I was in Chicago. He was looking to buy a business in Chicago, and he asked me to come to Chicago to look there with him. And we're walking by a jewelry store, and I saw all these wedding rings. And I said, "Wow, those are interesting. I'm gonna buy this." He says, "Well, who are you going to give it to?" I said, "I don't know, but when I find the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with, I'll have the rings." He said, "Well, what if she doesn't like him?" I said, "Well, I won't marry her." So he said, "Phil, when I got married a year ago, I didn't have anything, and I really like those rings too. Would you mind if I bought them?" I said, "Sure." And then when I find that woman, I'll call you up. I'll say, "Take a picture, send me the picture, and I'll have a jeweler make them up." The day came where I needed to get the rings for Susan. I called him up. I said, "Ron, I'm ready for that picture." He said, "Okay." 2 days later, the rings show up as our wedding present from him. He gave us our wedding rings as his present. So that's where this guy's coming from. And at some point, whenever we want him on a call or anything else, it's a done deal. He'll do it without even blinking. But it's an interesting. It's psychology, theology, and astrology, and how they all interact with each other.
Wow, amazing! Here's the link right here for any of you who want to get it. It's right there, Amazon. Fantastic. Grace, it's a very good book. It's a very, very good book. I'm glad they gifted it to me. Yes, you wanted to say something.
Yes, sir. So if I came to you and said, hey, Antonio, listen, we are having a 40-week leadership conference. It's called let me get it back. Hold on. You're scared because there's a lot going on here. Scared, doubtful, excited, and mixed emotions. It's a 40-week conference. And I really think that this would be good for you. And you say, hey, well, tell me what it's about. I just want you to say that.
I don't even want you to do that. No, I don't even want you to do that. Like, here's the deal. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I want this to be invite only. And if I have to, I want this to be invite only because I've done this long enough to know the people who are successful. And the people who are successful, I just understand the people who are successful. And it's never the people who are successful that you have to explain to. They're never successful. They never work out. They never work out. Right now, I've been talking and I gave all those things away. And someone still says, well, I don't know. Right? They still got a gripe against me. I don't want those people in me. I just don't. But what you do is...
Well, it's not me. It's not me. I ain't got my manager here, and I'm trying to be quiet.
And you've already explained. You already explained that it's easy to work with folks that are go-getters that don't sit there and be trying to think and wonder and trying to figure stuff out.
Right. No doubt.
And I'll say, put my name on it.
All right. So Frida, Yolanda, right? You know what I'm saying? Grace, just go out to them. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to receive this invite on. Grace is going. The reason I said go to Grace, not Frida, because I gave Grace instructions Saturday to one-on-one and go to y'all and have conversations because she's been in a class for 7 years. Frida has not. And this is not something that I'm interested in y'all being in. But Grace knows who needs it, who does not. If you're thinking, you should definitely be in it because it's perfect for you. It is not what you think it is, and it is exactly what you think it is. I guess, do you want to slow down for 40 weeks to get the rest of your life back? Because all this is about finances. You cannot make money when you hate yourself.
Watch yourself, Reverend.
You can't. And if you don't think you hate yourself, look at your money.
Check their harvest.
Check your harvest. Look at your money. You're not allowed to be spiritually rich and financially poor. And you're not allowed to be blessed and highly favored with friction in all your family dynamic. You're lying. And that lie is killing you. And I'm attempting to get that off. We will talk about money. There's a whole month about that. There's a whole everything. But y'all can guarantee you're going to hate every bit of this joint. There's nothing about this class you should like. I promise you, me and Adonia got together every Monday morning. Love getting with each other. She hated everything I said.
Sure did. Sorry, I had to chime in on that one. Sure did. He pissed me off every time, but I have to say I learned a lot. I really did.
That's what I was waiting on. I was waiting on her to come in. I know she was going to say something.
By the time we was done, all right, well, I enjoyed you today. Yep, you didn't enjoy the process. You know, I enjoyed it because we click so well. But that's what it is. This is not about Man, how fast you want to go? Let me get Prophet Jerry and I give you my closing thoughts. Go ahead, Prophet Jerry.
Couple of things, Bishop. One thing is
Yes, sir.
thank you. A couple of, I think last year sometime, last year or this year, you was telling us about Hero. And I don't know if you checked out the video that Renee did. She got interviewed about her good man.
Oh, I did. No. Yeah. 7 minutes and 35
She
seconds, something like that.
it was really good. Woo,
Yeah,
it was good.
When you shed it to Assembly of Wonders, I got to see it.
And then it's about what you told her to go and look, and she get these pictures, and I mean that was just awesome. But the question I had was about Riverside. Right now we're doing Spotify and Red Circle for the Winsome with the Linsums. So should we do also, because like she has to, I think has to download it, but I was seeing on Riverside it already can be downloaded to your Facebook and your YouTube.
Right, for sure. Are y'all doing it in video though? Because I think I did see a video of the Win Some Will Lend Some.
No, we're doing it in audio. We're just doing it in audio.
So then I recommend you got to do video. Well, you don't have to.
So just leave it like it is. What we're doing.
It depends on your goal. What are you? You know, you give me a great opportunity to say this to people like Adonia. Okay, great opportunity. Say this to people like Adonia. You don't need to have a podcast that has 1 million people. 12,000 people liking what you're doing is an extremely successful podcast and extremely monetizable. That's a word for somebody, because I'm probably not going to convince Adonia the cute self to get on camera anytime soon. It's probably not going to happen. Therefore, you can just focus on what you're doing and you'll be fine. It depends on your goals.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, depend on your goals. In my case, since brand is very important, then I'm extremely focused on video.
Okay. Because
it's in alignment with brand and what I need to do.
Okay.
That does not mean, that you don't have to do video. But hold on, because somebody's going to say, but hold on, Antonio, I don't have video. Well, you know what? Me and Tempest started audio only until 2017, 2012 to 2017. And you can just stop it. Stop it. All right. We went 5 years audio only. 5 years audio only. So please just let that be for sure. Good.
Okay, thank you.
Now, okay, you're very welcome. Now, remember, though, that's coming out your cost of living. Because I did your finances. That's coming out your cost of living.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Shit, I didn't. I didn't. Okay.
I didn't.
Okay, good job. That's why y'all suck together.
That's why I got a
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
A question. For the 23rd class, right? That's her birthday.
You should be in class as far as enrolled, but of course miss it for your wife's birthday. You ought to be making that baby.
And then the next following week, I'm taking her away.
Well, we'll be in class.
Yeah, we'll be in class. Okay, never mind.
All right. Good.
We'll class. Never mind.
Good. And y'all just make easy payments. You hear me? Easy payments. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Easy payments. You know, y'all don't care if it's, but you know what, Jay? We got $35. Well, then $35 it is. You hear me? Easy payments. All right. Good.
Okay.
Good. Easy payments. Because it's coming out your cost of living. If I've done your finances and you get something, it come out your cost of living. That means that stuff you want to do, you can't do no more because you're spending on education. You hear me? Somebody said 98% of classes is 39.2. classes, you got doggone right. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. You can leave. I gotta know when you leave, because if you don't, well, anyway, you know what? Here's my final thoughts. You have to. Some of y'all doing well, and you still doing bad. See, Jerome got what I'm saying. Yeah? Some of y'all doing real well, and you're still doing bad. So if you're not even doing well, then you know you're supposed to be in it. But let me just talk to the folk who doing well but still doing bad. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got the home, you got the house, you got all that, you got the apartment, and you still can't get your life together. I did not, when I took a class like this, 2012, I became a millionaire 4 years later. And I promise you, Arshia, as God is my witness, I owe every single thing of me becoming a millionaire to Joel Osteen. I promise you. I promise you. You look at say, really? I tell you, yes, you're doing well, but still doing bad. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. You well folk know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You got the house, you got the picket fence, 1.2 children, you got the dog, you know, and you're hurting with your rent properties. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. This class is designed to make you un-F-wittable. By the time you done, should nothing be able to beep with you. You know, I ain't got no problem saying it. I'm being nice. I'm missing the tooth, so I'm being nice. I'm missing the tooth. I'm being nice. Your job, my friends, is to be so impenetrable, to have so much money that you don't even think about money. I could tell you this is what I'm talking about. This one, Deanna, if you could, because I'm trying to get y'all to see something. Ken Johnson don't even know. I ain't even got with him yet. Ken Johnson don't even know. If you could, I want you to tell them what I'm doing for you and Tempest, please. If it reinforces something.
Getting us luxury cars.
Okay. I said to myself, what I said? I said to myself, Tempest took a car to the shop and some stuff. It's still drivable, there's some stuff. And I just don't like Deanna's car. I just don't like it. I don't like her in it. That's real talk. Like her in it. That ain't the kind of car she's supposed to have. You understand, aren't you? Not no more. That's the go to the beach car. Get the sand all over it. You know, that ain't the car. And so I called them both this week and I said, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go blank, blank, blank. And I'll call Ken Monday. So Ken find out right now. Can't find out right now. So I save myself a call. Find out Monday. And this is very important. If you can't lean back and say, you know what? I got a friend and get luxury cars, and I'm going to buy 2 luxury cars, then you probably need this class. And here was my reasoning. It was both like, well, neither one was resistant because they got practice. And I called Grace. I said, Grace, I'm about to put this blank, 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 don't matter what it was, in your pocket. Unmute your mic, Grace, and just let them know.
He did.
Okay. Why? Because I promised. I said I was going to do something last year. I'm doing it. I ain't even called Monica yet, but I told Grace, I told Grace, I said, Grace, I got blank, 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 blank for Monica. I already know what to do. I just ain't said nothing yet. I'm scratching the list off. I got a list in my head. You know what I'm saying? I actually got it written down in my notes. Got it written down in my notes, blah, blah, blah. Because if you say you're going to do something, do it. No matter how long it takes, do it. No matter how much you get punched in the face, do it. And it don't matter if they say thank you, do it. Now, of course, the 3 people I named go say, or 4 people I named say thank you all the time. You know, I talk. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear what I said about Monica in the conference?
Yep, I gave her a shout out. She was like, "Man, I heard it." You know, told her, I said, "I gave you a shout out at the conference." She said, "Oh man, I didn't get the invitation." So, but yeah, wait, and I told her exactly what you said. She said, "Shoot, I sure don't give a, you know how much."
She don't. She don't get. She don't. Mountains hit her on the back, and you're like, "Oh, I didn't even feel that." Oh well. Thank you for the new scar. Chicks dig scars, right? You know. Look, Grace is going to come to you privately on my instruction. She's not going to come to everybody. Grace, don't go to everybody. You go to who qualify. And don't qualify by money. It's just $250 and they can make payments. That's not the qualification. The qualification is, do you want to change your damn life? If you don't want to, you will not get a call. Did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You will not get a call. Free of the reason why Grace has to do it, because Grace is getting her husband, and she's got work to do. That's why I said go through Grace only, because this is about her kingdom husband.
What you say?
She has to, like, all right there. All right.
I understand, sir.
All right, yeah. She gotta go get her husband. And this
go
is
get
her.
it, Grace.
Okay, then. All right. That's why I said, just go through Grace. It had nothing to do with you ain't able. It has everything to do with she's gonna serve people, Jerome, so she get a husband who serve her.
Watch it, sir.
Okay, that's it. So those are my final words. If you don't look as good as Adonia or Law, you need to be in the class, so God can make you look as good as them. You hear me? You working on it. You working on it. Law almost as fine as me. He almost. Yes, I see Twin Flame is good looking though. I see. I'll be expecting nothing else from Law. I expect nothing else. With that flat stomach he had, that's all right though. That's all right. You make sure.
He got you messed up, huh?
Yeah. I said mine going. It ain't going as fast as I want to, but it's going. It's doing something. It's going, but you're gonna get whatever stomach I give you.
It's releasing. It's releasing.
It's releasing. The beach gonna get whatever stomach I give it. Yes, whatever stomach. In conclusion, you can have it all and not have it all together. Right? Okay, Ken, I'll call you in about 30 minutes. You can have it all and not have it all together. So I pray thee, my friends, I pray thee. If Grace call you, Grace, take a screenshot of this whole call right now. If Grace call you, consider your ways. Is it going to be inconvenient, Arshia? You damn right it is. There's no way you finna show up for 39.2 weeks plus, and it's not inconvenient. Is it going to hurt? Yep. But there's nothing in your life that fundamentally changed the core of your life that was not inconvenient and that did not hurt. Stay in the plane. Okay, I'll call you too, Terrell. Stay in the plane. Let me tell you why you need to stay in the plane. Because God is good. And stop making God good to everybody else but you. Your problem is you do believe in God. And you believe in God for your poverty. And your relationship with God got you adjusting to poverty all the damn time. Ooh, God, good. Let me pay my bills. That's it. That's it. if you can't believe God past paying your bills, we need to talk. You need to be in this class. God is not just a God of addiction, Arshia. Not just a God of thank you for getting me through my divorce, Prophet Jerry. God is the same God, because that's what y'all believe, that let Jeff Bezos go clear to the moon. Tawala said, call her, Grace. Clear to the moon. They're not passing me up, Jerome. They're not. It's not. I don't know. Something different about me, man. I don't know what it is. But when I see a news thing about somebody losing 24 billion in one day, I'd be like, damn, I want them problems. I want to lose 24 billion in one day. You understand? I'm sure you can get more than 30 minutes recording time, but you probably got to pay for it, I guess. I don't know. Anchor. Grace, YouTube that and then send her the YouTube link. She wants to get more than 30 minutes recording on Anchor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The world is ours. And I know you haven't been told that. I know you've been told if you get to where you lose yourself. Adonia, the world is ours. It's ours. And they not fit to get more of the world than me. And let me tell you why I need all the world, Arshia. Because I got enough God in me to give it all back and not keep it. They don't.
I don't know why, but God is saying that the world is as big as you are. The world is not anything that you cannot touch. The world is everything that you come in contact with. The world is everything that you have a place in. And if you can't get to that part of it, there is someone on that side doing what God has called them to do. But your world is as big as you can touch it. So it's not something that is unattainable. I'm sorry.
Adrian misunderstood Allen. You can play it better. You can dominate. Thank y'all so much. She was on it. Appreciate y'all. We will see you tomorrow and wipe front to back so you don't get the infections. All right, everybody. We'll see y'all later.
Oh my God.
Love everybody.
Lord, don't stop that here.
This is good advice.